Think about it, this is the most prestigious university in the whole entire world. And I'm just standing right inside the Harvard University.
This contract with the British government in the 1840s, they started bringing passengers out here. That's how the Irish Catholics got out here.
This is called the Wharf District because it's right beside the water and all the boats are docked here. Came to the public garden of Boston, a piece of land with the water body in the center. We have got into the Swan boat, small boat with swan on the back of the boat. So we have come here to do the Boston Tea Party and Museum tour.
Boston Tea Party is when you throw tea on something that shows the celebration of the tea party.
So we came to the top of the Prudential Tower. So if you see, there is a river and that's dividing the city of Boston to the city of Cambridge. So that's downtown Boston. Look at the Boston downtown light. United Healthcare building on the top. Welcome everyone with yet another travel vlog in Travel with Chandrajit channel. In this vlog, I will take you to Hartford, Connecticut and Cambridge and Boston, Massachusetts. All these three cities have immense historical and cultural significance, and they have played an incredible role in the evolution of human civilization in terms of education, technology, and various other civic benefits that we get in the country today. We are going to Hartford, Connecticut. On the way, you can see this scenery. Now we are traveling towards Hartford, Connecticut. Hartford is the capital city of the US state of Connecticut, the city located in Hartford County. Lots of greeneries, lots of trees, and also we do see rock formation. If you see on the right hand side, there are rocks. So although this place is not famous for mountain, but we do see mountain formation. On the right you see the rock, and then of course it's covered by greeneries for the most part. Normally, for the most part of the US, you see pine trees on both the sides. But here I don't believe these are pine trees. These are a completely different kinds of trees. There are beech tree. I have seen beech tree here. Some of them were brought from Europe, and then those beech trees continue to be here. Some of them stayed for 100 years, 200 years. So think about it, one tree is alive for 100, 200 years, and they have seen the history of mankind for the past 200 years, and they're still living. We are passing by many different cities and counties on our way. We are passing by mostly I-90 West and I-84 West interstate highways. We were passing by Framingham, Massachusetts, Worcester, Massachusetts, the forest of Quebec Valley, and I think also the Connecticut border towns of Union and Vernon as well. Look at that castle on the right side. Later I came to know that's the Union Station of Worcester. This is Worcester downtown on the right side. Look at those brick houses in the front, in the side, with those towers at the top. Front you see a mountainous formation as well. If you can see, there's a hillock. Most likely the hillock and ridge we are passing by is called Talcott Mountain. Talcott Mountain is a part of the Greater Northern Appalachian Mountain System. It is part of the Metacomet Ridge, which is a long line of rocky hills that is a smaller sub-range of Northern Appalachians. We are still on the way to the Hartford downtown. So we are entering the Connecticut. So we are officially in Connecticut right now. Look at this view. The road is little up and down, surrounded by the trees. We passed by Manchester, Connecticut, and Dinosaur State Park, situated in Rocky Hill, Connecticut as well. Dinosaur State Park is a 200 million years old fossil trackway where real dinosaurs' footsteps can be found untracked. Hartford downtown skyline showed up on our path for the first time. So we reached Hartford, Connecticut downtown. See the buildings, skyline of Hartford. Founded in 1635, Hartford is among the oldest cities in the United States. Hartford is famous for many oldest and second oldest examples. Like it is the home to the country's oldest continuously operating public art museum called Wordsworth Atheneum, founded in 1842. The river on the right side, you see there is a river on the right side. So we are passing by the bridge on the river. This river is called the Connecticut River. It has also the second oldest publicly funded park called the Bushnell Park. Also, the oldest continuously published newspaper called the Hartford Courant is run from here. Look at that white tower, clock tower on the right, and with a little statue on the top. I don't know if you can see or not that little statue. There is a very nice white tower with a little statue on the top. Looks really nice. It boasts the second oldest secondary school in the country called Hartford Public High School. And finally, it has the oldest school in the country for the deaf children called American School for the Deaf. So you can imagine how important the city was in the history and also in the present days. Surprisingly, I never heard of the name of this city, Hartford, before visiting this city. If I have not said enough about this city so far, it is also the city where famous author Mark Twain wrote his most famous works and raised his family. In 1868, he praised this city by saying, "Of all the beautiful towns, it has been my fortune to see this is the chief." The city still has the 1874 mansion home of Mark Twain that contains thousands of artifacts, including his desk, on which he wrote his best-known works. Also, Harriet Beecher Stowe, the famous author of the book Uncle Tom's Cabin, also spent her final years in the city of Hartford. An interesting fact about the city is Hartford was the richest city in the United States for several decades after the American Civil War. But unfortunately, since 2015, it has been one of the poorest cities in the country, with 3 out of 10 families living below the poverty threshold. So you can imagine the play of time, how unpredictable, inevitable, and ruthless it is from this fact. As if it reiterates the greatest truth that no status in this world is permanent. Wow, look at that United Healthcare building on the top. Another interesting fact about the city is that Hartford is called the insurance capital of the world and also America's filing cabinet, because the city is the home to the headquarters of many insurance companies, including the Hartford, Travelers, and Aetna. Also, it is home to the office of many other insurance companies like United Healthcare, Cigna, which was earlier called the Connecticut General Insurance Company. Diving further in the history, the first European who were known to have explored this area were the Dutch, and later Britishers came and started settling here. Around 1850 and later, Hartford gradually became the manufacturing hub of many different industries, including rifle and revolver manufacturing, with products like Colt, Richard Catling, and John Browning firearms. Then there were sewing machines, Columbia bicycles, Pope automobiles, also, the leading typewriter manufacturers, Royal Typewriter Company and Underwood Typewriter Company, made Hartford the typewriter capital of the world during the first half of the 20th century. Pratt & Whitney Company was founded in Hartford in 1860 by Francis A. Pratt and Amos Whitney, and they started making a wide range of machine tools, including the aircraft engines and various arms and ammunitions used in American Civil War. The glory of Hartford does not end here. The person who designed the New York Central Park, the father of the landscape architecture, Mr. Frederick Law Olmsted, was also born in Hartford. Martha Bullock Roosevelt, mother of President Roosevelt, was also born here. Samuel Colt, father of Colt Revolver, lived in Hartford and set up his company here. Also, Albert Pope set up his bicycle company with the help of Weed Sewing Machine Company here in Hartford. And also, he set up his motor manufacturing company in this city. It is said that Pope might have made Hartford the capital of automobile industry were it not for the ascendancy of Henry Ford and a series of pitfalls and patent struggles that outlived Pope himself. This way, the list goes on and on. Wow, look at that, possibly a Victorian-style historical house right here at Hartford. On the darker side, city of Hartford has survived many natural calamities and disasters as well. Record flood stage over 7.5 meters flooded the city of Hartford and did a great damage in 1909. Hartford was also the scene of one of the worst fire disasters in the history of the United States in July 1944. Finally, we bade goodbye to this great historical, cultural, industrial and insurance hub city of Hartford. While exiting Connecticut, we saw this soundproof wall beside the road to minimize the road noises to enter into the neighboring communities. The color and the design of the wall looked really awesome. Also, we passed the Connecticut River one more time. Also, we got glimpses of Bradley International Airport, which is the main airport here in Connecticut. On a different day, we traveled from Hartford and South Windsor city of Connecticut towards the city of Cambridge in Massachusetts. We are going from Hartford, Connecticut towards Harvard University. So we are traveling from the state of Connecticut to the state of Massachusetts. It is about 1.5 hours drive. Both Connecticut and Massachusetts are part of the New England. So there are a few states that comprises the New England in the northeast of America. New England is a northeastern region of the United States comprising of 6 states. The states are Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. It is bordered by New York State to the west and Canadian province New Brunswick to the northeast and Quebec to the north. The Gulf of Maine and Atlantic Ocean are to the east and southeast. Boston, the capital of Massachusetts, is New England's largest city. In 1620, the Pilgrims, also known as the Pilgrim Fathers, who were actually the English settlers who came in the ship called Mayflower and established the Plymouth colony in Massachusetts that later became the city and county of Plymouth. They named the place as Plymouth because the port city they started their final direct journey from England was called Plymouth in Devon, England. This was the second successful settlement in British America after the Jamestown settlement in Virginia, founded in 1607. If you look far behind, you can see a lot of greenery, trees, and then in the back looks like there are mountains. So I'm not sure if there are mountains here. William Bradford, the leader of those 102 English settlers who came in the Mayflower ship, named their voyage as pilgrimage because they were fleeing some religious persecution and possibly they wanted to pursue their freedom in the religious matters. The ship Mayflower arrived in New England on November 11, 1620, after a voyage of 66 days. Although the Pilgrims had originally intended to settle near the Hudson River in New York, interestingly, dangerous shoals and poor winds forced the ship to seek shelter at Cape Cod. We just saw a exit board for Holland MA. That means we have entered or we are about to enter Massachusetts. Because it was so late in the year and travel around Cape Cod was proving difficult, the passengers decided not to sail further and to remain in Cape Cod, which is part of the New England. You see the state right there? Welcome to Massachusetts. Massachusetts welcomes you. So this is formally, we just entered Massachusetts from Connecticut. It was here in Cape Cod Bay that most of the adult men on the ship signed the document that we know as the Mayflower Compact today. It laid the foundation for the community's government. Over the next 126 years, people in the region fought in 4 French and Indian wars until the English colonies and their Iroquois allies defeated the French and their Algonquin allies. In the late 18th century, political leaders from the New England colonies initiated resistance to Britain's taxes without the consent of the colonist. Residents of Rhode Island captured and burned a British Royal Navy ship which was enforcing unpopular trade restrictions. And the residents of Boston threw British tea into the harbor. Britain responded with a series of punitive laws stripping Massachusetts of self-government, which the colonists called the Intolerable Acts. These confrontations led to the first battles of the American Revolutionary War in 1775 and the expulsion of British authorities from the region in the spring of 1776. The American Revolutionary War, also known as the Revolutionary War or the American War of Independence, or simply the American Revolution, started on April 19, 1775 with the Battle of Lexington. On July 4, 1776, the Second Continental Congress unanimously adopted the Declaration of Independence, and the 13 colonies declared their American independence. The war's outcome seemed uncertain for most of the war, but George Washington and the Continental Army's decisive victory in the siege of Yorktown in 1781 forced the British monarchy to negotiate an end of the war. Finally, on September 3, 1783, through signing of the Treaty of Paris, the British King George III and the Kingdom of Great Britain acknowledged the independence of the 13 colonies, leading to the establishment of the United States of America as an independent and sovereign nation. This region also played a prominent role in the movement to abolish slavery in the United States. You'll be surprised to know then sale of slaves were legal and they were treated like farm animal and sold in the market. By 1784, all of the states in this region had taken steps towards the abolition of slavery, with Vermont and Massachusetts introducing total abolition in year 1777 and 1783 respectively. Vermont was admitted to the statehood in 1791 after settling a dispute with New York, and the territory of Maine had been a part of Massachusetts, but it was granted statehood on the March 1820 as part of the Missouri Compromise. To talk about how New England got its name, in 1614, English soldier, captain and explorer John Smith, after leaving Jamestown, as he was not popular there, started sailing towards northern coast of America, being hired by London merchant Plymouth Company to search for whales and gold. While charting the coastline, Smith noticed that the region shared almost same latitude with Nova Albion, which is the New Britain, the West Coast territory settled by Sir Francis Drake in 1579 in the Pacific West Coast of America. He decided a matching name called New England on the East Coast will be appropriate and thereby named this place as New England. He captured a detailed, accurate coastal map of this place in his book, A Description of New England. New England had great geographical advantages because of the coastal plain in the southeast, Alpine peaks in the west and the north, Atlantic to the east, and presence of many rivers like Connecticut River. Possibly because of this geographical advantage, New England was the key to the Industrial Revolution in the United States. The Blackstone Valley, running through Massachusetts and Rhode Island, has been called the birthplace of America's Industrial Revolution. It was the first region of the US that was truly transformed by the Industrial Revolution. In the year 1787, the first cotton mill in America was founded in North Shore Seaport of Beverly, Massachusetts. The Connecticut River Valley became a hub for industrial innovation. The Springfield Armory pioneered interchangeable parts and the assembly line, which influenced manufacturing processes all around the world. From early in the 19th century until the mid-20th century, this region surrounding Springfield, Massachusetts and Hartford, Connecticut served as the United States epicenter for advanced manufacturing, drawing skilled workers from all over the world. By 1850, New England region accounted for well over a quarter of all manufacturing values in the whole country and over a third of its industrial workforce. It was also the most literate and most educated region in the whole country. Many first and second examples were set in this region, specifically Boston, Hartford, and in few other prominent cities that later spread to the rest of the United States. Some of the prominent cities in the New England region are Boston, Massachusetts, Hartford, Connecticut, Cambridge, Massachusetts, Stamford, Connecticut, Manchester in New Hampshire, Worcester in Massachusetts, Providence of Rhode Island, then Springfield of Massachusetts, and Bridgeport of Connecticut. Of course, there are many other prominent cities in New England region as well. Now coming to the research and education, New England contains some of the oldest and most renowned institutions of higher learning in the United States and the world. 4 out of the 8 Ivy League colleges in US are actually in New England. Harvard College was the first such institution, founded in 1636 at Cambridge, Massachusetts, to train preachers. Yale University was founded in 1701 and awarded the nation's first doctoral PhD degree in the year 1861. Brown University was the first college in the nation to accept students of all religious affiliations and is the 7th oldest US institution of higher learning. Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire is another example. In addition to the Ivy League schools, MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, is also located here. Quickly talking about the spoken English dialect that are prevalent here, there are several characteristics of spoken American English in this region, most famously the Boston accent. Boston accent shares features such as the broad A and dropping the final R, like you say car as car. Like if you have to say the sentence, park the car in Harvard Yard, in a Boston accent, he would say it like this: park the car in Harvard Yard.
Funny.
New England was also an important center of American classical music for some time. Also, leading US cable TV sports broadcaster ESPN is headquartered in Bristol, Connecticut. The first printing press in America was also set up in Cambridge, Massachusetts, in this region, by Stephen Day in the 17th century. Hey, is this a documentary film or my own travel blog? It seems like I got completely pulled into the amazing history of New England, forgetting my journey. And instead of driving in the road, I didn't realize when I just started driving in the time machine, exploring the past. And you all did not even remind me. Never mind. As you see, there is no end of historical significance of this region. It will probably take me hours to talk about all. Hey, we reached very close to Cambridge, Massachusetts. So I'll end this New England story for now and show you around the best of Cambridge. So we have entered the Boston city. You can see the downtown right in front of you. See the skyline for Boston. Somehow coming out from the time machine, we managed to reach Cambridge, Massachusetts. This is the famous city where Harvard and MIT is situated. So we are taking the right side exit to Cambridge, Somerville. So the Harvard University is situated in the city of Cambridge. Right now we are in the Harvard Square. I think the university is very close by somewhere. So this is in the city of Cambridge. And we right in the Harvard Square. So this is the bus and tour, the Red Line bus station. The Harvard Red Line bus station right there, across the road.
street.
Finally, that historic moment came. We are entering through the gate of Harvard University. The name of the gate is Johnston Gate. With a thrill unspeakable, surprise immeasurable, living the dream come true moment, we gradually marched inside the campus. The hall in the right after you enter the campus, is called Massachusetts Hall. This is the oldest surviving building on the Harvard campus. It has a freshman dormitory for a small group of first-year students on the upper floors and has the university president's office on the lower level. This is the main gate with two little side gates on both sides, and this gate is called Johnston Gate. Walking straight a little bit, we went to the right side. Look at those traditional and historical buildings. Think about it, this is the most prestigious university in the whole entire world. And I'm just standing right inside the Harvard University. People all around the world, they just strive, to come here. The famous Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg, and maybe the list is long. So those celebrities have studied here. And think how quiet this place is, and you can't even imagine. And one thing we learned, like there's a main entrance and then there are two little entrances on both the sides, that if you come from the main entrance, it's a bad omen, bad luck kind of thing. So you may be subject to some bad luck if you come from the main entrance. So we just entered through that small little gate, and when you entered, it doesn't feel like you are in Harvard, but the brilliant students would like to study here from all over the place. And it has an excellent, rich legacy and the list of alumni spread all over the world. When I researched later, I found really there is a superstition among Harvard students that whoever enters through the main Johnston Gate may attract bad luck, so they prefer the side little gates. So you see, superstition exists even in Harvard. So this is the main gate of Harvard University. Apparently, Harvard is not written anywhere properly. It's written Harvard DNA in Noang. So something is written, I can see on that corner, but it's not really the nice big, the board called Harvard University anywhere to be found, which is very, very surprising. There are many other universities where you see the names, so clearly written, and such a prestigious, well-known, famous university. Harvard University is not written in the main gate. Harvard was established in the year 1636, when its original name was New College. In 1639, to honor a young clergyman named John Harvard, who gave the school half of his money and his entire library, the school was renamed as Harvard College. Then in 1780, as the college grew, it got its present-day commercial name of Harvard University. The current main gate was made by the fund from alumnus Samuel Johnston in the year 1889 to replace an earlier simple wooden post and rail fence. The stone tablets engraved on the brick pillar beside the iron gate that you see features a passage from the book New England's First Fruits from 1643, detailing the early reasons for establishing the college to advance learning. The reason the gate does not have the name of university is because the institution relied on historical inscriptions, symbolic imagery, and its original legal name rather than the modern branding, and served as a gate to the Harvard Yard. So this statue is the statue of John Harvard, who established the Harvard University. Later I came to know Harvard University was really founded by a vote of the Great and General Court of the Massachusetts Bay Colony rather by an individual person. John Harvard, a young minister, did not really found the school but gave half of his money and his books, like I said before, to help it grow. And in his honor, it was named Harvard College. Interestingly, this statue is called the Statue of Three Lies. The sculptor used a student named Sherman Hoare as a model while sculpting this statue because no photos or portraits of John Harvard was available then. Also, the statue says John Harvard is the founder, but he was not really the founder and was a major donor to this university. And finally, the year inscribed on the statue as 1638, but Harvard was established on 1636. 1638 was the year when he gave the donation to the university. We came a little further inside the campus, and you can see, the various buildings. All buildings have the traditional brick red color. And then you have that little ground, lots of trees. I believe they are oak trees. At least most of them are. Or maybe some are maple. Just see the ambience and see the buildings all around. It's nothing fancy. It doesn't really look like a fancy place. It's like a traditional, rich in history and culture, and the meeting place, a studying place of the most brilliant students in the whole world. This place is called Harvard Square. So here looks like they have the farmers market and various events. This is where lots of food trucks are there. This is the Science Center. Spotted this tree right near the Science Center. Look at the tree. I don't know the name of the tree. And look at those brown blooms or cones or whatever it is. I've never seen this tree before. Right in front of the Harvard Science Center building. And if you see that building ahead of us, that's the Memorial Hall. That's the Memorial Hall of Harvard University. This hall is called Candy Hall. It may be a dorm, I'm not sure, or academic building, but looks like it's a dorm. Look at this massive, beautiful structure in front of us.
And you're like, oh!
So this is called the Memorial Church. This is a memorial church built in remembrance of all the people who died in World War. This is the place where all the graduation ceremony takes place. You see this grass right in front of me. So all the big speaker would come for the convocation event where students who are graduating out will assemble here, sit here, and then in the lawn, and then the ceremony will take place.
No, hold up. Harry graduated in 19...
Yeah, this is the library. It's called the Harry Elkins Widener Memorial Library. And there is a story behind that. That boy, Harry, who came here to study in Harvard, apparently died in the Titanic sink while he was traversing back from Europe to US. I think he came from Europe to study here. And then his mother apparently gave millions of dollars as a donation to build this library to the Harvard University authority. The history of the library goes like this. The library was born when John Harvard gave his 400-volume library, which was about 260 surviving titles, to this newly founded college. And then in 1764, a catastrophic fire in the Harvard Hall destroyed nearly the entire 5,000-volume collection, with only one volume checked out at the time of surviving. Donations poured in from across the colonies and Europe, helping the library slowly recover its academic standing. Then, when Harvard alumnus and rare book collector Harry Elkins Widener died in the sinking of the Titanic in April 1912, his mother, Eleanor Elkins Widener, donated $2 million to build a monumental library in his honor, housing his precious personal rare book collection. Opened in 1915, this Widener Library then became the majestic intellectual heart of the campus, featuring over 50 miles of book shelving. Today, it functions as a vast network holding over 20 million volumes and hundreds of millions of manuscripts, making it the oldest library system in the United States and the largest academic library globally. Dorms where freshman lives. Many other years of students, but this specifically is for freshmen. So you see, these are the dorms area. This is where John F. Kennedy, President of America, he, I think, studied in Harvard, and this used to be his dorm when he was freshman. Amazing. Out from the Harvard University and walking across the streets to go to the dorm of the sophomore and other years of students. Their dorm is not inside the Harvard campus, so some dorms are outside the campus as well. So we came out from the campus completely outside in the road and then heading towards some of the dorms, which are, of course, under Harvard. So which could be the sophomore, not the freshman. That could be the sophomore or could be junior and senior, I'm not sure. This is the Harvard's athletic center. It's called the Malkin Athletic Center. So all the Harvard's the sports teams, various sports teams, I think this is the place for them. This is called the Otto Hall.
The blue is especially really pretty, and they lit up the entire thing in red, white, and blue for July 4th.
So this is basically the dorm.
Yeah.
For the sophomores.
And above.
And above.
Yeah. Alright, this stage of the tour, we're going to go a little bit into a vulnerability of Harvard by looking at one
So
of
this
our
is the
traditional
dorm
homes.
house for sophomore and
Before
above,
this
not
tour,
for the
we
freshmen.
must place ourselves in the bleak. Imagine yourselves in temperatures below freezing.
This is the Lowell House, the dorms for the sophomore and above. An event called Primal Scream in the Harvard University is a biannual tradition where students strip naked and run through the Harvard yard at the midnight on the last night of the reading period, immediately before the final exam begins. Accompanied by Harvard University band, students use it as a stress relief event. And this happens in both the semester, including the harsh winters here.
Mind the music, stepping with the girls, be handy.
Father and I went down to camp along with Captain Gooding, and there we saw the men and boys as thick as hasty pudding.
Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the stepping with the girls, be handy.
Is also part of the Harvard University. I think it's the home or the publishing place for their magazine. I'm not sure if it is the Harvard Business Review magazine or some other magazine, but it's one of the places where the magazines of Harvard are kind of published, maybe.
View of Lowell House one more time. We came back to the main campus again.
Look at that building. So we are right in the Harvard campus right now. God knows how many celebrities have studied here, or how many students have become celebrity after studying here. So we are right in the campus, walking along the streets. There are hundreds of trees all over the place inside the campus. If you see everywhere the red building.
Finally, our walking tour of Harvard campus came to an end, and as we bade our last goodbye to this historical, famous education hotspot, we carried with us a lifetime memory of walking, breathing, smelling, and watching the Harvard yard. I am finishing my vlog here. I hope you all liked it. My best wishes for you all. If I have shown anything wrong or said anything wrong or inappropriate, my sincere apologies to you all. My loving acknowledgements for all of them who developed the background music and contributed various information and photographs used in this vlog. I promise to take you to many other exciting places of Cambridge and Boston in my next vlog. Till then, stay happy and healthy, and stay tuned in this channel. Bye now.